Hey, what's up, internet? How's it going? It's been a while, but we're back with another live stream. Some good, some good news tonight. We got a big reveal, as the title says. Um, gonna turn down the music just a bit. Hold on, it's a little loud in my ear. Okay, perfect. There we go. How we doing? We're doing good. We're doing good. Okay. Got to had some problems. Was gonna live stream last night. Had a few problems with my computer. There was a bit of electrical problem with the house. Might have messed up my motherboard, but we will see. Big reveal tonight is something I've been working on for a while, something that people have been asking for, and I finally have it. Tonight I am launching my website. You'll have I'll just show you. Tonight we're launching the website. Um, Gonna go switch over here real quick. I'm using my laptop because my motherboard's messed up. Trying to do a dual PC thing. My laptop is working, but it's at 720p. So I'm gonna try and work some things around, see if I can do 1080p 60 frames on a later date. I just want to make sure this works. And I've added some new alert, um, themes when we have our first follower and our first host. When that time comes, I will get more into that. With this laptop, I'm not able to do my stinger transition, which kind of it hurts. That's not the one I wanted. That's not it. There we go. There we go. So as you can see, the stream is a little bit different now. I don't have the chat while I'm streaming. I have a rotating ad at the bottom, and let's move over to. So for a while now, you can probably, if you were to check and see my website, you'd probably see it was under construction. I tried my best to get this up and running, um, but now if you, hopefully, this homepage can affirm. If you refresh ageanimations.com, we are live. First thing you will see the Twitch stream. It is muted right now for good reasons. You'll probably see a streamception, so I'm going to pause that. First thing you'll see is the stream if we're up. If not, I'll try and figure out a way to rotate a video here or there. Next thing you will see, if you scroll down, you will see the blog. Just a quick short summary of the top 6. Yeah, top 6 blog posts. There is a blog page that you can follow. And then next we have top 8. Top 8 from Instagram. It's always going to constantly feed. Instagram is basically my go-to portfolio for animation. I like how fast and responsive Instagram is with posting, tagging, and hashtags. At the bottom, you'll see all my links, and for all those who've been wondering, I have a contact page. If you want some um, overlays done, if you want a stinger done, if you want a logo done, if you want, I'm watching Mr. Claddencut right here. If you want some animation work or graphic design or digital promoting your brand, the contact page is where you go. So we're gonna scroll all the way back up to the top. We're gonna go over to the blog, and first thing you'll see right now, royalty-free assets. I want to preface this by there will be free stuff on my website. There will be tutorials. There will be replays of these streams that I've been doing, these live streams, full res pictures of my Instagram posts if you want to see a full res, behind the scenes. But first off, I want to give a shout out to anybody who's been supporting me. And if you want something for your live stream, If you can see right here, this little sci-fi tunnel is the same sci-fi tunnel that I use for the beginning of my live stream. The same one that you can probably see at the bottom of the live stream in the background. I'm giving that away for free, just like that. I'm giving that one away for free. All you do is just add it to your cart, and you'll see at the top you have one item, $0. You check out, do all that, and it will send you an email, and you'll have a download link. If you have any problems, please let me know. I do have a store. Both things that are in there are free. I have the Christmas tree tunnel that you see on my Instagram. See, if I go back to the home page. This is very simple. Ooh, that's loud. I'm gonna mute that. But I am giving this away for free. It's not square. It is 16 by 9, so you can use it for any royalty-free promotion that you want. On a web.m codec. I'm trying to do higher codecs, higher quality codecs, but right now it is a web.m, and that works perfectly for live streams. So going back to the blog, it is a full list of what's on the blog. They'll have like featured posts on the right. When I have more stuff going, you can search the blog with like keywords and keywords and other like hashtags and stuff like that. I put hashtags in. So right now I just have the stuff I've worked on for YouTube, personal stuff. This one was a collaboration with another YouTube channel. This is my very first YouTube video, and so on. First video with the Blackmagic 4K camera that I'm trying to get into more with animation and visual effects. And the live stream, Christmas Tunnel live stream, replay, or the link to the live stream. You can see the final render. So it's gonna keep going in and out with more blog posts, and the contact page is what everybody has been looking for. I have a contact page now. I'll be adding a little bit more stuff into the info, but it is simple: your name, your address, your subject of I need help with this, I need help with that. With service of choice, I'm trying to subject, but graphic design, logo design, or something like that. That doesn't go with service of choice. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 options. Brand logo, stream overlays, live stream suite. Live stream suite. That is a tongue twister. Logo, overlays, alerts, emotes. If I can get emotes, I'm gonna try my best. I am still learning emotes. It is, an art of its own. And then if you want product promotion, I can help you out with that. I do have a picture of product promotion. If I can say it right. Where did it go? And then a message if you have any other information that you want. Like if we're gonna work on a logo, I want to know what fonts you like, what colors you want, what other what inspired you to create a logo like what we're gonna create. Do you have any examples like, hey, I like Markiplier's logo, I like so and so's logo, I like Clad and Cut's logo, I like Doc's logo. Just if you have any examples, the more information, which this message has, the more information, the better. And it will, once you submit that, that will go directly to my email under Age Animations, and we can get started. Depending on what you like. Let's see if I can get you product promotion. That's what I want to do. Product promotion, I did something like that a while ago. There you go. I'm getting into product promotion, but this is all digital animated. Like this is in Redshift Cinema 4D. I can do product promotion. I'm fairly good at photography, so I can kind of, you know, we can do some photography if you want, but I'm trying to lean more towards digital because it's more easily accessible for me to work on, a digital product. But hey, we can always collaborate on something cool. Um, but yeah, just working on updating the website as best as I can. My website is live. If you have any information, if you want to, yo, Star Wars, yeah, we're going to do Star Wars. Just, I want to say, hey, check it out. My website is live. We're going to work on Star Wars. Mr. Disney 4J, how are you doing tonight, sir? As you can see, I'm trying. I tried like really hard to make this website look good. I hope it shows. I wanted something, new but minimalistic. I was trying to go for website. Oh shit. I'll throw your address up now. Yeah, check it out. Let me know how you like it. If you have any, tweaks, any feedback, please let me know. I'm gonna add some more stuff, at the way bottom where it says age animations. Like I said, there's all the social media at the bottom. I'm not trying to overburden you with social media here, 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 here. Click on this link, click on that link. At the bottom, you'll see it. Martin 3D Art, how you doing? How's it going? Tonight we're debuting my website. Still know me? Do I know you? Do I know you? Martin 3D Art. Do I know you? Debuting my website, and we're gonna work on an animation in just a little bit. I've been working on this animation, or I've been working on this website for a while now. Just want to throw that out there. And a little style at the bottom of the live stream with the rotating ad. As you can see, ageanimations.com is at the bottom right now, and I'm excited. I think my webcam froze. I am working really hard on trying to make sure this this stream goes, smooth. Show it, please, just show it. This isn't going smooth. It's not. It's not going smooth. Oh my god, like this is not. Are we there? We're there. Okay, sweet. It's back. It's growing pains. I'm trying really hard to live stream on a laptop. Luckily, it's not trying to do it over Wi-Fi like I have done in the past. I actually tried to live stream on this laptop and accidentally didn't plug in the Ethernet cable. So that is the big reveal of tonight. Is uh, my website is up and live. If you want to work with me, um, if you need anything like a brand logo, stream overlays, alerts, emotes, product promotion, or anything else that you can think of to help promote your digital footprint, this is where you can go. You can go to ageanimations.com/contact, and we can work together. Now on to the animation. Okay. Well, awesome, man. Thank you, Disney 4J. You are awesome. The content browser. I was thinking of working on something with BB-8. I found this pack on videocopilot.net. And we're going to work on BB-8 first, and then we're going to bring up R2-D2. So, I'm going to play just a little bit of music. I wanted to make sure I got that out of the way. I have been working really hard on this website. How's everyone doing tonight? It's getting close to Christmas. Did you guys get your Christmas shopping done? I know I am very close to getting my Christmas shopping done. So, I'm going to throw up a light, dome light, and do. Cool thing about actually working with another computer, I can have my whole workstation computer work both graphics cards on this render right here, on this quick live render, so things are going to go just a bit faster. This is a great gift material. I'm going to alt click and drag over the body, so now I'm just going to edit the body. I like to actually make it plain first so I know what it's reflecting properly. Shader graph. I know I'm gonna need a texture for diffuse. Color. General. I'm gonna just move this over here. Sorry. Video Copilot. No. 3D models. Video Copilot. Star Pack. So yeah, if you can get these online from videocopilot.net. It is a very helpful website that has helped me over the years on learning how to do animation and visual effects. That looks about right. I'm not going to go highly detailed with these materials because it's going to be most likely BB-8 is going to be rolling. R2D2 is going to be running roughness. I want to make sure he gets some type of reflection. Yeah. These are just going to be somewhat simple. Quick shading. The glass is easy. Big camera glass, create, redshift material. Alt. Glass. Got something from. Okay, clad is live. Okay. Glass. Simple to where you can actually see mechanics inside. Fractions. I don't need that many samples in this because of it's gonna be maybe a 1080p, somewhat fast. There you go. Okay. The detail on BB-8 and R2D2 don't need to be high, and the environment that I'm going to put them in don't need to be that high, just because it's going to be a quick, mostly on Instagram. But I will post the high res on YouTube. Mostly black, but you can see through it. And then samples, I'll just go high. Make it perfect glass. I can make it almost a perfect. Oh, yeah. Where it's not reflective all the way around. That's what I want. Oh, Disney 4J. Did you get your Christmas shopping done? All glass. Same. Alt. I think it's this. I wonder if it's the same. BB-8s. It might be tinted. Images of BB-8. Oh, there's like a red light in the big one. Oh yeah, it is like a blue. Oh, there's a light in there. Okay, I can see where the light in red would be. I'm gonna hide that glass real quick. Oh, I can't. And that is a mesh that I'm not familiar with. Kinda. Okay, I'll just leave it like that. Like I said, we're not gonna have that much detail. Create material. Redshift material. Alt. It. Texture. Yeah, this is gonna be like a rough and dirty, nothing too technical animation because I wanna get this done tonight and posted at least in the morning. That is usually my goal for live streams. I'm going to make sure his reflection samples are up. So there's a lot of reflection samples. I'm gonna make it rough where it will receive light, but it's not gonna be like direct. Not gonna be direct in a way. The antenna looks right. Yeah. Make this from the start or from a template. Make this from scratch or from a template. I mean, I made this one from a template. Let's see if I can find it. It's a good website that helps out, you know, artists and stuff. Videocopilot.net. They have a lot of free 3D packs and plugins, mostly for an animation suite called After Effects. Almost like the Photoshop equivalent of video. So I wanted to get this real quick. If I can edit this and actually make this, that would be awesome. So what I want to do is the body. I want to actually body hatch. I want to make these separate entities. If I do this, okay, he rotates properly. Okay. I want to make it into different groups. I'm gonna group the body and the hatch door objects. I'm gonna group it BB8. Now the reason why is just I wanna have full control of both. So when I do the BB8 group, I move them like this, and then when I animate, it's gonna actually be rolling. I can just control the body. I don't think is what I would. I kind of want it like angled, and then I'm gonna group it again just so I can add another control. See if that works. 0, 8. So now, yeah, there's a rotation control. Rotation. Perfect. So now I just made BB8, or I didn't make BB8. I rendered him. I'm rendering him in Redshift. Redshift is the one that is the best to use. Let's add a texture so you can actually see. Well, I can actually see the proper reflections working. HDRI link. Dome map. There we go. That doesn't look that bad. Still getting some reflection light properly. You know, he's lit properly. I want to change the glass a little bit. Extra reflection. Oh, there's something that has to do with. I just had it. There's something that does the fall off. Oh, there you go. Fall off does not look right. And oh, it's only because the dome light isn't right. Yeah, it's looking right. He's not super reflective. If you look at some reference photos, depending on the lighting, BB-8 is like almost like a matte reflection. BB-8's not like a real harsh or real like perfect plastic looking. Yeah. That looks pretty real. I like it. Let's add a just. I want to see what the finished product would look like. Adding a LUT is a adding a LUT is like a filter for film, almost like a a stylistic filter. These ones are based on movies. So the movie Arrival, Alien Covenant, Silence, Mother. As you can see, the blacks aren't like perfectly black. Yeah, I'm trying to like see if it's the same color on the stream as I'm seeing. There's Star Wars: The Last Jedi. Then I can add a lens effect. This is all towards the end. This isn't even the like a glow. It's looking real. Streak if I want to add like a light trail streak, almost like a glimmer effect. You can kind of see it right there. That's towards the end. I'm just getting ahead of myself. I want to see if the textures and the reflection hold up to the render that I'm trying to get. BB-8's done. We're gonna move on to R2D2. How is the stream holding up? I don't see any dropped frames. Some drop frames. Stream manager. So now we're gonna go to the content browser. I can do X-Wing fighter, TIE fighter, couple lightsabers. We're just working on BB-8 and R2D2. Should be the same size. BB-8's. I guess they're around the same size. Who knew that? I remember, was it the last Force Awakens? They're roughly the same size. I need to need to check reference photos. R2. BB-8 is smaller. Huh. Okay. Liking the good vibes. Oh yeah, he has glass too. I wonder if I can add the same glass. Yeah, that kind of works. R2D2. Okay, like I get every little part for R2D2 that I can play around with. So I'm gonna make R2D2 just a bit bigger than BB8. Scale him up. Okay, this reference, I see two different references. Like BB8 is almost half the size of R2D2. I want to make sure BB8's on the same plane. Starting off on the same plane. Basically touching the ground. We got a Clad and Cut host with one viewer. Appreciate it, sir. Thanks for the good vibes. Buddy, you should have told me this was your announcement. Saw it on Jimmy Kimmel. the stream is barely holding up with the alerts, the background. I think I might turn off the background. Of course, let's turn that one off. Event stack. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Cam and alert. Rose webcam with the rendering. Yeah, the alert kind of messed that one up. I guess I'm working off my old laptop. I am trying my best. I'm trying. That's a beautiful freeze frame. No, it's not frozen. He's just moving his mouth really softly. So, with that host, you could. Did you guys hear that music? There was music that played around with that played with that raid animation that tried happening. Let me know if you heard it. Trying to make sure that BB8, and if you did, I'm trying to do wrestling themes. Your music is super quiet. So with each notification, with each, um, we'll just test it out right now. We're gonna pause. We're gonna pause that. We're gonna go to like a regular audio. We're gonna test the widget, see if it works. You just did a host. Oh yeah, dude, you should just make custom WD. Okay, if I were to get subscribers, that's already done. Trust me. We're trying to get affiliated. Do you guys want to see that? I'll post it up on the main non-laggy stream. Do you want to see my sub emote? Let's see. Render. Page animations. Twitch alerts. I have one for sub, host, raid, which is basically the same thing. And then I have, let's see. I'm going to do a new follower coming soon. We're going to work on that. Oh, where'd it go? I had it. Come on. Thumbnails, Twitch. I had it. The music of your raid is perfect volume for your background music too. Okay. Twitch alerts. Host. Raid. That's the MP. Where is it? I have it. I swear I have it. Render? Okay. I don't have any music to go with this, but I worked on this and I will do a video behind the scenes of how I made this. This will be the new sub alert. I love what I do. I make art, and it's awesome. Now, if I can just 3D print it and make a real one. So, my thought is maybe, well, first, this would have to be your first month, and then the second month after that, I'm going to create another one. And then you'll hold that title for, let's say, 5 months maybe until you hit tier 2. Um, so you're gonna move up from a new sub, which the next month will be like, an intercontinental looking title, to, I don't know, European title. I'm just gonna make different titles for either each month or every 5 months, every 6 months, so I can keep you on the channel. So yeah, I made this within like maybe a day and a half. I love it, especially with these effects right here. Sign up with a subscription. 16 champ, let's go, bro. I mean, once you get to 16 months, you could be like the world champion. Imagine. And then you can hold that title. I would say whoever has the longest sub would have a special title in my heart. You know, you can seriously run with so many ideas. Holy shit! Yeah, I'm trying my best to keep that one going. I'm thinking of emotes for certain titles, like some like a sub emote with that. I don't know, but I guess that's another huge announcement. I have, when it works, I have new alerts, and I'm trying to get wrestling themed alerts. I'm gonna work a lot on wrestling themed animations. Now the question is, can I set up R2D2 back to what we were working on? Can I set up R2D2 to be in a running mode, which is the tilted back, foot down? Yeah, I really like that sub emote. Um got the follower one. The raid one was something I wanted to give somebody else. I might put that up on my store. Um what'd you say? Made you a clip. Are you not a mod? Settings tab. Dang it. I didn't make you a mod. Need a PNG of your clear background, your logo, by the way. Yeah, I'm gonna send it to you in just a bit. Let me see if I can get dashboard. I hate this new creator dashboard. The roles. Okay. Add a role. Search. Need 4J. Mod. Save. Add a new one. Pattern cut. Mod. Save. You should be mods now. Yeah. Yeah, you should be mods now. Okay, yeah, I'll get you that logo in a bit. I know you're busy, man, but I need to know take what you made. and whatever animations you've done to make a commercial so I can advertise the hell out of you. Thanks, buddy. Yeah, I'm working on a commercial. I'm trying to get a few more animations under my belt, and I got a commercial or some stuff ready to go. I'll have some stuff ready to go. Materials. Like the Redshift material. I love this mouse. It can go in between. It can go in between multiple computers. It is nice. I said it before, I'll say it again. Legit. Have about 3 to 5 different people ask me about the animations and transitions on my stream and how they can get it. But you know how they can get it, sir? I can tell you how they can get it. Age animations.com/contact. Right there, buddy. They have a place now. ageanimations.com/contact. Fill out the form. I will get an email. I will respond. And we can start working together. You'll love to see it. I know that's your thing, Cloud. But it's a good saying. You'll love to see it. Okay. Oh, it's midnight, R2D2. Christmas came early. Yes, it did. So I do have a store. If you want, Mr. Cloud and Cut, this tunnel loop right here. This is on my store for free. You can have this as your background. Anybody who's watching this, you can have this as your background, whether it be on your OBS, on your live streaming, or for YouTube. It is royalty free. Add it to your cart. Download it. It will send you a link. Download it. It is yours. Christmas is here. I've given you a website, and I've given you some free assets. Enjoy. That's the first thing I'll advertise alongside with the contact page. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. I kind of want to make the blue reflect as blue. I want to make the white reflect as white. Oh. And then I'm going to do this in reflection color. I can't be, I'm not going to make it as rough or as matte. Oh, go back to custom, go back to custom. No, he's not, he's a glass now. Oh my god, I messed up. Seriously, man, I've been waiting to advertise you for a while now. I am seriously stoked. I appreciate it, Clyde. I appreciate it. You know I do. Dang it, I messed that up. Give me back my R2D2. Dang it. He's glass now. I ruined it. He's glass. Let's see. Transmission. Metalness. That'd be a thing. Backlight. Use. There we go. Roughness. Kind of looks good. He's like super reflective. Like you can see BB-8 in his right side. He's more reflective than BB-8. Okay, now we gotta figure out his right vertical middle leg. Does that come down? That does come down. Middle leg, middle foot. Okay. Middle leg, middle foot. Bring that down. But I need to attach that to the body. Yeah, that body. This is where the challenge is. Glass R2D2, I'm like... Okay, so... main body. What I just moved. That's... middle foot, front projector. Part of his body, so that's gonna be in the main body. Left foot, head. Gonna be in the main body. Right vertical tool, blue lower tool. That's going into the main body. Blue upper tool. Alright, gentlemen, I gotta get ready for bed. I'll catch you soon, buddy. Thank you very much for the raid, the host. Thank you for everything, Cloud Cat. You have a nice night, and congratulations on the job again. Amazing announcements, and I can't wait to see where this goes. Me too. All I wanted to do was get the website done and out there. Now it is, and I'm excited. Right vertical. Middle leg, middle foot. Believe that belongs with the main body because that's how it's gonna rotate. See how it rotates now. Left vertical door. Body. Left vertical door. Body. Left vertical tool. Oh, okay. Vertical tool. Right vertical tool. Is that right? Yeah, that's part of his left foot. Okay, so we're gonna get him in running away form. Left lower leg, left foot. I'm gonna group that into the left foot. Left upper leg, that goes in the left foot. Right. Objects. We'll just do right leg. Expand time to go running with this. Have a nice night. Thank you, Clyde. You have a nice night too, sir. Main body. It's easier just to put it all together in the main body, because it all rotates on the same axis. Body. I believe he runs away like this, right? You know, it'd be better to see like references of him. So he's almost at a 45. Well, let's see. I can just pull this up. Just open. Dang it. Open image in new tab. That. Okay, whatever this getwallpapers.com is, I'm just gonna have to use that. So let's say he's almost at 45. Well, his back legs are at an opposite 45. I'm not gonna see his feet, but so this, and we're gonna move it in the world backwards. Kind of line up. This foot is gonna rotate. Tools. Mode select. Gate. I know there's a way to coordinate. There's a way to reset where this axis is. Tool axis, tools mesh, axis, center axis to, there you go. If I can get it just right. That one's down just right. Fifteen. Move it forward just a bit to be on the right axis. Okay. Okay. How's that looking? Looks about right. What happened to my music? I'm having good music. Listen to good vibes. Go. Let's find a different genre. Sonic. Good. I like the song. Half an Orange is pretty good. My camera froze again. We could play blank blank 182, lay around the house and daydream till the afternoon, thinking about the times that we had when this was all that we knew, when this song was still new, when this all was still new. We could play blank blank. There we go. Okay, back to. So the framing I want for this is tuning up just a little bit. That's about right. Want BB-8 to be, nope, too close. To fill the frame about right here. This is the ideal. Trying to get the framing set up just right. Okay. Gonna have So what they're going to be doing is they're going to be running away from stormtroopers, clone troopers, or what are they called? Are they stormtroopers? I know I'm about to go see the new movie this weekend, and I can't remember if they're stormtroopers. episode 7. The First Order Stormtrooper. Okay. I'm sorry to any Star Wars fan. I'm a Star Wars fan, I swear. I believe R2D2 is a bit too reflective. Gotta pull back on that just a bit. We're gonna save this project as so we don't lose it. Escape. I already tried something. I already tried like testing this out. Animate, simulate particles. We're gonna work on the lasers. I'm going to get a capsule. Create a redshift material incandescent, which makes it a light, an emitting light. And then I'm going to put that in the emitter. No objects. We're going to hide R2D2 and BB for just a while. So this emitter, needs to be this way to simulate lasers. 180. Not what lasers look like. Sorry, I'm back. Oh, it's all good, man. Right now we're just simulating lasers. Right now these are too big to be a laser. And then I'm gonna stretch it. We're gonna go red, like red. And then we're gonna make it bright, like 25 bright. We're gonna edit this real quick. Fine. Editable. Only select visible. I want to untick that. Shape this like it's flying. And we're gonna add motion blur to make it look like it's really flying. Make it look more small towards the end. Taper out and then stretch it like it's really flying. You can see like the front almost looking like a bullet. And put that back in there. Change the speed to like 500 centimeters per second, whatever the speed is. So we're gonna turn off the Redshift render view. We can see the simulation. I need to make sure the speed is turned up just a bit faster, so 1500. We're gonna start it at like -50, so it's on all the time. I'm trying to make this a looping animation like I do with all my other animations. Yeah, that looks alright. So you can kind of see that they're going pretty fast. If I actually do the redshift, actual render, motion blur, enable. This is where I add like the glow, enable effects. Yeah. Oh, too much glow. soften, turn down the intensity, soften a bit more. Oh, I know it's add a streak. Oh, it's too streaky. No, it's at a flare. Like a lens flare. That looks like if I were to zoom in. Intensity down, halo. High. Threshold. Softness. So I move around. Flare is gonna move around. You kind of see like the little lens element right here. Almost like it's hitting a lens. But what's really cool is since there's velocity, it's gonna blur. You can see it's blurring. Not exactly 100% bright, but it is. It almost looks like a laser. A little added effect. It's an actual Star Wars filter, so it should look just right. So now what I'm trying to do is I want to get the firing rate just right. Over here on the left side, display, downshape, reading. Let's do 250 birth rate, which is how many particles. I can see. Oh, damn, that's a lot. A lot of stormtroopers that can't hit you. So we're gonna put it behind BB-8. Kind of around BB-8 and R2-D2. I want to like wrap around them, so I might put like a few front. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna do 10 over here on, and where. I'm gonna put 10 on this side. Technically 10. Oh. Above. And now if you actually look at it when it render or when it simulates, it looks like it's around them, but it's not going to go through them. But if you look at it from the side, they're basically identical. So there's a little math equation called random seed. You just adjust it, maybe a couple clicks on the copies. Make sure they don't have the same random seed. So emitter 2 has a random seed of 6. Emitter 1 has a random seed of 13, and the original emitter is 0. So they all look their own. Now it kind of looks like a wave. They kind of don't match up right. If you can see it. Probably should have some that are lower, but each blaster you would think would, you know, if I can get this. And I've been using the wrong. Yeah, these need to move back just a bit. Can't see where they're coming from in this. You can kind of see that they're reflecting the lights. If I were to just turn down the dome light, the reflection of the lasers are actually creating actual light onto. Warning, BB-8 Something's wrong. Vertical tool contains some invalid geometry. Oh. That alone just looks pretty cool. Very stylistic in a way. I want to make sure these emitters start at an early frame. Start emission at negative 100. But yeah, this is what I'm looking towards or looking for. Now we're gonna create the environment. Oh, I'm gonna create BB8 actually rolling. We're going to select B8 rotation control. Create a keyframe at 0. Go to 90 or 90 frames and go 720 is 20. That's gonna look like he's rolling really fast, so I'm gonna 7.8 frame right there. Select it. Make sure it's a linear keyframe so it doesn't stop or slow down or ramp up or anything like that. We're gonna look at BB8 rolling. Looks like it's rolling a little bit too slow. I think I'm gonna make his head bounce, you know, back and forth, but if you see it when it's actually, yeah, I don't care about the warning. You can see it's rolling properly. The motion blur is just right. Like, it kind of looks like it's rolling. It's blurring out. I'm always checking the stream just because I want to make sure it looks right on the stream. Because it looks dark right here, but it looks bright on stream. So we're gonna go back to 90. We're gonna make BB8. We're gonna go like times 2, 1439 by that keyframe. Now it should go 2 times faster. We should go just a little bit faster than that because I'm pretty sure they can roll faster than that, BB8 and R2D2. So we're gonna do times 2 again. Add a keyframe. Yeah, it makes it look like they're in a panic. So if you see from now, there's more blur. Compared to this last one where there's barely any blur. We'll use it, just a minute. We see this one where there's kind of some blur there, no blur. Some blur, not rotating fast enough, does not show enough blur. Now it looks like BB8 is in a hurry. You can barely see any. This is why I didn't do so much detail on the you know, the actual details of the head or the body. I'll light this scene properly. So we're gonna turn these emitters off. We're gonna bring in a corridor pre-built from loop floor, corridor loop. I think corridor loop is what I want. I want to make this big. Yeah, we're gonna make this corridor pretty big. Make sure in the ground they are. Now the reason why it looks like there's backlighting or something like that is just because there's no light within the corridor. Are they not touching the ground? Where's the ground at? Oh. Just up, just a smidge. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, move up, move up. Okay. That is good enough. So, now I'm gonna create some lighting before I actually do the final mapping of this. I think I can make the camera just a bit wider, so 36 mil. So we're gonna add a Redshift light, area light, so we can create a light. Duh. HDRI link. Pops to Grayscale Gorilla. They are very helpful with area light maps and anything Cinema 4D related. I'm gonna create a Kino blank, which is basically like a fluorescent light. I want to see what it looks like. Visible, bidirectional. I want to see where this. Okay. Close it down. No, actually, I want to keep it this size. Don't want it to be visible. Up above. 90. Some of the lights in Star Wars aren't that bright. I have noticed. That way, so it actually covers the whole thing. And then I'm gonna copy it. Control drag. Control. This could look like, you know, a rebel spaceship or resistance. Copy this and make this copy on the negative axis. Paste. Now I can select these lights, change the multiply, and not as bright. I'll make sure the samples are up so it hits just right. Now a lot of this environment has to do with, you know, the textures and how this is all reflects the lights and BB-8 and R2-D2. I'm gonna pillar, ceiling, gadgets, wire, corridor. See if I change this to black. Yeah, a lot of it. I think I might just create a different. Let's see what happens if I make the corridor a Redshift material and give it some type of texture. So Alt drag to replace it. Textures. Give it a reflective texture. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a map. Roughness. I'm going to make, it'll take all the scales of gray and or from white to black. Any gray in between will be like,
My name is System 13
There's no math. So black will be non-reflective, white will be super reflective, like 100% reflective. Any grayscale in between will be the math of, okay, this is semi-reflective. Kind of gives a, kind of see a texture. Let's pilot about 3. Black. So it's almost like Star Killer base. Yeah, that works. Create Redshift material. Change this pillar, Alt. Now Redshift actually has some pretty cool presets of materials. So this is a copper. That could be like super gold. Camera, alt camera. This corridor is huge, but it's only huge because I want the camera to fit in here. So let's go with platinum. So it's got like a calling all system 13s. Welcome to Junction 7. The factory is now open. You will work here. I feel like there's supposed to be the floor there. There's a corridor floor. Corridor loop floor. Please stand by for further announcements. And once again, welcome to Junction 7. 90. See if I can figure out what the size is. Coordinates. Or I feel like it's supposed to be right there. Corridor. This might be right. So let's bring this there. Redshift. Lights need to bring back down. Trust me, this is gonna work. I don't know where the floor is supposed to be. If it's supposed to be right here. Okay, so let's make an actual floor material. I'm not gonna make it platinum, maybe lead. Lead looks about right, but it looks about too glossy. Let's create a floor material. Diffuse, reflection, roughness. Perfect the way it is. Just a black will make it perfect. Free, concrete, leather, brick, concrete. Just the grayscale of the brown. There's some, let's go 3 again, 3. Yeah, there's some texture there. Wonder what it looks like on camera. The actual camera that we're shooting on is this one. A little darker than the walls. It's a good contrast. I want to see what the that one's very harsh. Gonna turn the lasers on. So this is about the feel I want to do. A little too bright, a little too not bright enough. That's the problem. Oh, you know what? 2.2 is what I want, but I want the camera to be different. Photographic exposure global. Here's the flare threshold, density down. It looks like on a final render. Yes, I know BB8 and R2 aren't the best. So as we're gonna have them move, we're actually gonna make the environment move around them. So you're gonna see that blur out as well. I just want to see what this final like glow settings. Oh yeah, it's way bright. Yeah. Is it the flare or is it the bloom? Down. There you go. Photographic, desktop. Delete unused so I can clean this up. I think this is the floor. Yeah. It's always good to name your materials so you know what you're editing for. I like this music, but it just doesn't fit Star Wars. Changing yourself? This LUT does not work. Let's try Spider-Man Homecoming. Be like a little bit more blue. Reds are a little off. Mother. Neon. Wonder Woman. No, this is just playing around. I can also. Where's the camera? Getting the camera all the way up to the floor is gonna be with a corridor. Just doing a little bit of cleanup. The area lights are gonna go with the corridor object. The emitter is gonna be with BB8. R2 group objects. The camera is gonna be a Redshift camera, which is the render that we are using. Okay. Override. I'm gonna make a out of focus area, which as you can see is BB8 and R2D2. I'm gonna figure out the end of this triangle that you see. So this is the camera right here, and then at the end of this is where it's focused. If I make it super blurry, you know, out of focus, it almost looks fake, almost like toy models or something. Just a little bit of blur will go a long way. Now we're gonna create an infinite tunnel, a corridor loop. The lights, floor, the corridor is gonna go into a cloner. I'm gonna clone upways, so I have upways. degrees. And then I'm gonna push it. Gonna make a, where'd it go? Now if we look at the default camera, I'm just adding more. This actually looks pretty cool as is. So the cloner is cloning at 3 instances, or we're gonna do a render instance, so it makes it faster. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 pieces. Just like that. Just a simple copy clone effect. I'm gonna move this down just a bit. We don't see the end. I'm gonna go back to the camera. See what this looks like. It looked just fine. That is another. So to fake the motion, I'm going to actually move the corridor pieces instead of BB8 and R2D and the lasers. And keep those in place. And I'm gonna move the corridor so it looks like they're running. Only problem is the lasers are they're not firing before the animation starts, so I'm gonna have to try and find like a loop point later on. On like frame 0, I would like the lasers to be like midway through the frame. And this is most likely gonna have to be an overnight render, where at the end of the stream I'm gonna stop editing this, and I'm gonna go towards like the final animation while I go to sleep. I'm not there yet. I'm not done animating. You're getting there. Probably shouldn't be blurring out the background. It's just more work for my computer. It's going to be blurred on its own when it moves. But I like the way the render looks. Yeah, we might have to finish this tomorrow night. By the way, it's looking at almost 3 minutes per frame, and if I do 90 frames, that's gonna be a long time. I would like to do 60 frames a second, maybe 24 frames a second. Usually I like to do 60 for Instagram and YouTube, but I might just do 24 frames just to make it look like film. Oh yeah, it adds a lot and everything at the end, so it does look brighter than it is. Okay. Okay, right now we're gonna animate the in and out point of the loop, technically. So what I want to do is I want to find a spot. If you see this pillar right here, I want to find a spot to where I can, like, okay, the pillar is at the edge of the frame. I'm going to create a keyframe right there, just like what we did with BB-8 and rolling his lower body. I'm going to move this. Oh wait, it'll be moving this way. But actually, I need to move this over here towards the end and move. So I gotta move it accordingly to BB-8's body rolling, so it looks like they're moving correctly. If BB-8 looks like he's rolling faster than the corridor moving, then it just doesn't look right. So this is what we're gonna play around with animation. Oh, you see that one that deleted? Watch. I got the wrong pillar. Delete's right there. Bam. Pow, right in the key. Pow. So we're gonna actually move this. Where's it at? I'm gonna move one side correctly. So we're gonna create that right there. About right. And I'm gonna slowly move it. If you can see the jump, I'm gonna move it just right. Like I'm trying to. BB-8 looks like, you know, they're rolling properly. The background looks like it's moving just right. I want to add some camera shaking just a little bit. I think I'm gonna move R2's head. I'm gonna move R2's head back and forth. Camera default. If I just, a lot of the stuff, if I just render this right here, probably looks pretty cool. You know what? He's too metallic, where it looks like brand new. Activity, I'm gonna make it just a bit brighter. R2 is pretty bright. Why does he look so dark? That's something I figure out in just a little bit. So I believe this eye front projector should go with his head. Okay. What we're gonna do is frames. 0 Y keyframe. So he should just be like wiggling his head. Oh no! Oh no! It kind of would like it to sway just a little bit more. Be a sec. That's legit, man. Effing crazy. Yeah, you're right. I thank you. I appreciate it. But yeah, this is me having fun. Honestly, I'm just dialed into. Trying to make sure it looks just right. Right now I'm working within like 90 frames, so 24 frames a second. It's a little over 2 seconds. If I bump it up to like 180, it's all math. Technically, everything in animation is done at 30 frames a second, so I got 3 seconds worth of an animation. If I jump up to 60 frames a second, it's gonna be 3 frames at 60 frames a second, and I can just make it. Once I get the 3 seconds down, I can make it the loop forever. BB8's gonna kind of look at R2. And then look back. I'm gonna tilt his back. Now I wonder what that looks like on the camera that I'm using. So let's go back to the camera. Only reason why I want to make their heads move is so you can see the reflection of like the glass. If we go to yeah, you can see the glass reflection move around. I think BB8's just too reflective, so I think this is his head. This is why I need to rename stuff. Head BB8. Alright. Always remember to hit Control S when in doubt. Hit Control S. Save your work. BB8 body. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cache, which is store the animation. Yeah. I'm actually gonna do a cache, which is it's actually gonna, if I were to adjust any settings in the emitter for like the blasters. They're not technically stored. Like if I make an adjustment when they're in mid-flight, it's not going to update, so it's not technically stored. It's a on the fly. You know, if I make this, watch, if I pause right here where this blaster is at in front of R2, it will show up on this this little render view right here. But if I go to my final render view, it's going to be in some other place. So I'm basically creating a small file that says this is where this blaster is at this frame 20. Just creating a small file, but I just have to figure out where it's at. Freaking simulation, animation, camera, here, material, modeling, MoGraph cache, other tags, programming, render. This is something. Simulate particles, bake particles, emitter, simulate particles, bake particles from 0 to 90. Okay, bake it. Do you want sub objects to be included? Yes. I think it did that real quick. Bake particle. Okay, so it baked it. Which one is that? Bake particle tag. Where's this at? There is a bake particle tag somewhere. Simulation. Baking. I gotta remember where this is at for next time. Material, bake material. Not it. Modeling, MoGraph cache, other tags. Yeah, it's not. I don't see it. Okay, so I'm just gonna go back to simulate particles, bake particles. Yes. Simulate particles, bake particles. Let's try -100. It doesn't show up. Problem is, I want these, lasers to just be shooting the whole time. As you can see, when it starts at 0, they just kind of fly on, which is nice. But it needs to like constantly go. Matrix, Finale, Tracer, Motex, Instance. MoGraph isn't going to be my answer. Volume Builder isn't going to be my answer. Subdivision. Let's see. Cinema 40. Particle. Cache. Two ways to cache or big particle simulation. Let's learn this real quick. Particle birth or seed. Objects, right? So yeah, if I move around, it actually baked it. Why is it starting it right there when I said start particle? Start emission at -100 frames. Only place where you can find it. Thank you. So I'm gonna have to move the loop around. Go to 200. Everything's gonna be at 200. It's gonna end on 200, so all of everyone's animation, the cloner animation is gonna move over the end of 200. R2's head gonna end 200. BB8 rotation control is gonna move over to 200. BB8 head movement. And move over to 200. This is gonna work. At 90, so 90. I don't know why when I went to BB8 rotation control. Why everything would like? Oh, okay. Everything's supposed to start at 110. I think this is right. I think I'm doing this right. Simulate particles, fake particles, 0. Okay. Yes. I'm gonna turn off these to see what it looks like. Wow. Am I overthinking this? Okay, so check this out. Capsule. It will be in the null, but I'm gonna make it into a cloner. Some cloner. Transform, rotation. Make it into a grid. Native 90. 90. Native 90. Object. Make it not that high. A little bit smaller so we can see it. Okay, so now we have like a grid of lasers. Random. We're gonna randomize the parameter of the position. They're all gonna fly at the same direction. Scale, absolute scale are uniforms. Some of them are gonna be just a little bigger than another. I could have made this so much easier. this clone. Now I know. Go this way. I'm gonna create a cloner of a cloner. I'm going to repeat it. Render instance, just like the other one. Render instance. Go. Go. Now the problem is there's probably different firing rates of each laser, but that's not the point. Yeah. Just want a ton of lasers. Okay, so now this is where I make the loop. The main. So laser cloner. Laser loop. Good? We good. We good? We good. Okay, so. $110 to $200. I gotta find these two little laser spots that match up to create the loop. I think I found it. So create that there. Now I'm gonna go to the beginning. The end. Yeah, they barely move, so that's the one I'm looking for. Now if I need, oh, that was tough. Goes right through him. No, there's probably a few more that go right through them. I just want to see what it looks like. If anything is out of place, people will know. Kind of like how dark the corridor is. It's not super bright to where the lasers is what's lighting up the scene. Blaster lights, or the blaster laser. Alright, it's 128. I just need a quicker rate. Trying my best. Trying my best. Try and check the temperature of my my computer. It looks good. Where I want it to be. Trying to think how else I can make these move around. Put a cloner inside a cloner. That's just too many cloners. I mean, it will work. That's a lot of cloners. This is a longer render than I want. But tomorrow's Wednesday. Movie doesn't come out till Friday. Pixel Urge. How's it going? Nice render. Thank you. Going pretty good. I got an animation going. Setting up. I just want to see what it looks like. Oh, the good old days of rendering. I've got an animation of them R2D2 and BB-8 running through a corridor. Yeah, running through a corridor with lasers. I had originally set up a particle system of the lasers, avoiding them, but now trying something different. Wait for this final part to finish. GPU plus CPU render or just GPU? It is just GPU. I don't have Arnold, and I believe Arnold can do that. I have Redshift. If you can add CPU, that would be great in Redshift, but I don't believe so. Just need to add some camera shake to this. And then I would almost be done. I just need to figure out how to... Oh, that's bright. That's not what I want. I need to turn off the post effects. A little darker than I want, but I guess that works. Let's go to my corridor object. Oh, okay. I'm a Blender user and I didn't realize Redshift didn't have that feature. Redshift is solely GPU, which is nice. Don't get me wrong. This is way faster than what I grew up on. I've been doing animation, visual effects, mainly animation for about 15 years now. And it was solely CPU based up until a few years ago. And that was slow. It was as slow as I just was trying to, you know, was just trying to figure out. So this is my animation so far if you want to see it. Gonna not worry about the Redshift render view. Nice, about the same amount of time I have was my user before. I originally started on 3ds Max, so it's about the same. Yeah, my 3ds Max. I know they're completely different, but I started on 3ds Max when I first started learning, but then slowly moved over to laser loop. Didn't do that right, so G2P linear. Started on 3ds Max, then I kind of went over to Cinema 4D. Those particles need to be moving faster, so I gotta move these. Cloner. Laser loop. I can find. So, right. I believe that's my loop point right there. And then I'm going to add more iteration. Only problem is you'll see right where R2D2's what's it called? This little vent right here. There's one that pops out of his vent. I love all things 3D. Yeah, me too. Since Cinema 4D went to a cloud-based, subscription-based. Once it went subscription-based, it made things so much easier. Pixel Urge, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. I am a big wrestling fan. New follower. Animation actually worked this time. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Almost to affiliation. We are 14 away. I believe the followers to affiliation bar did not update. But I think these lasers need to go a bit faster now. And I think I fixed the part where they're avoiding lasers and not going through them. So go a little bit more. I'm gonna go really fast. Almost to the end of the laser cloners. I know where my loop point is at. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, it changed because I changed. Oh god. Okay, so the loop point, my reference lasers changed because I changed the object size. And I'm gonna go these two lasers right here, create a keyframe, go forward. There it is. Those two right there, create a keyframe, and now it should go at a faster speed. That's the speed I want. It just goes. I have to support my fellow artists. Thank you, and I will do a follow for follow. Let's see if I could do that real quick on this. I have a free baby Yoda model I'm giving away for Blender C4D FBX. If interested, fully rigged. Actually, that would be awesome. Can I follow you on this one real quick? If you can direct me in any way, that would be awesome. So, I always like to support you. Oh, dang it, I messed up. I know there's only link in bio for download. Okay. Do this with you. Baby Yoda creation process. That one should be you, right? I think I might have seen your stuff. Oh no, that's Beeple. But Beeple uses your model, right? Big fan of Beeple, by the way. Oh, okay. I'll follow. Of course, I'm gonna follow. I gotta support fellow streamers. But getting back to this animation. Now we got most of this done. We are so close to getting this done. To where I'm happy to be like, okay. People use my model correct. Oh, that's awesome. That is an accomplishment. That's, if I were to say, like, that's a pretty cool accomplishment. I want to create a Gorilla Cam from Grayscale Gorilla. So I want to go see how to use a Gorilla Cam. Realistic, exploring Gorilla Cam from Grayscale Gorilla. Just need to know the simple ways to do I need to create a focal point? Oh. Window. Plugin. Plugins. Extension. Gorilla Cam. Okay, let's see if it kind of moves around. We're looking at the left side. Basic, cinematic. Want it to move around. The cam. Input camera. Not doing anything. Cam. Trying to make sure this not moving just yet. We're working on it. Gorilla Cam. Not familiar with that. Is that like a emulated handheld cam? Yes, it is. It is by Grayscale Gorilla. They specialize in Cinema 4D tutorials, and they have some really good products to make things go by fast if you know how to use it. Gorilla Cam position. If this works. Oh, there we go. A little bit of wiggle here. I want to make sure overall scale. Watch. So I just turned a few things on: rotation, position. And if I can get it to loop just properly, that would be great. Add a little bit of wiggle. Target, focus, zoom, focus, advanced. Shake speed. Target, Gorilla Cam. Turn down the rotation just a bit. Want it to loop. That's the thing. I haven't figured out yet. Let's create. I would think that R2D2's main body is the focal point. And that didn't work because his position down there. So let's create a null. Somewhere in the middle. Gorilla Cam. Cam target object. We'll just do the null as a target object. If I were to move it up just a bit, it would kind of focus more on that. It kind of jumps at the beginning. Loops. I create a null object on a circular path. Not sure how it's done in Cinema 4D. This is Gorilla Cam is like an expression-based, code-based movement. With the corridor moving, that was more or less like how you do your loop. For the laser blasts that was more or less how you do this. But this Gorilla Cam is something that's like, it is more or less just a randomizer. Python, yes, somewhat Python. Yeah. I like the way this is moving. Just jumps at the beginning. Big system input to overshoot. Oh, initial position, initial. Just changing like some of these position smooth, on off toggles, jolt system. I think I'm gonna turn off jolt. But it's like that initial start. Bake system, input smoothing, brute force bake is what I would want to do. Rotate. Are you able to keyframe any of the sliders? I can keyframe the slider, it's just I wouldn't know which one to. Might be the shake system. I think 124. Let's try keyframing everything at a couple degrees. That's what, 14. 192. Keyframe everything. Let's turn everything down to 0. Go all the way back to 0. I think you just helped me out. Okay, so 14 frames goes from 0 to whatever degrees I added, whatever percent, and then a few frames towards the end it goes, fades out to 0. Hope this works. Kind of works. You can see where it loops. I think that's the hard part about having a shaky cam. Very close, yes. I think I might have to change the interpolation of the keyframes. Go linear instead of spline on just the end and start. My lights turned out. Linear, okay. See if that works. Almost. Maybe if you kill the influence at the end and the beginning by a few frames. That's what I did. So the influence is like, it kind of ramps up to it in 14 frames in, and the last 14 frames it kind of dies out. But because it kind of, I think the end, maybe the distance between, see, 194 right here where my mouse is at is where my influence, the position, rotation, stay, you know, whatever percentage, and then it kind of dies out at the last frame. It's like close to the beginning and close to the end, like the gap is smaller. You might not notice it as much. Almost. I think in the middle, I might just ramp it up just a smidge. Just because it's a big jolt, I want it to jolt a little higher towards the middle. It just makes it worse. spread them out. Almost. Is the camera directly attached to the script, or can you attach the script to a null and then parent the null and the keyframe of the camera, right points first and last? The script is attached to the camera, so it's kind of just like shaking the camera in a natural way, but it's almost there. If I were to just, so yeah, you can kind of see it. Can you parent one camera to another and cheat it maybe? It's just trying to find those positions, the beginning position and the last position to just be around the same area. That's just the hard part. I'm trying to look at, you know, demos that they put out, and all it is like a cinematic move of point A to point B, not like a loop or anything like that. Maybe if I disable some toggles like position and just do rotation. It kind of works with rotation, but it doesn't look real. Zoom, focus, target. I don't really need focus. Jolt might work. It looks a little bit better, but it doesn't look as realistic. So let's turn on the X position. It might be the Z position. Turn on the Y. I think that's it. I turned off the Z position. Turn off, or just turn on just the Z. Yeah, I think it's the Z that's messing it up. Okay. I think this is it. Because for me, it actually looks fine. You really can't see that much of a jolt. The only reason why you can kind of see a jolt is because of the CPU trying to go back to frame 0 or 110. I think if I were to cache it, I gotta cache the cam. I go down to brute force bake. Now every position and rotation baked in, so I can just scrub forward and backward and it's baked in. I have a keyframe for everything, so maybe that's how I can cheat it. I just copy the rotation position. Oh, that's what technically. What? I can copy all this. So copy, paste, apply keyframe. So that should be the same as last one. Copy, paste, apply, keyframe. All I had to do was just, that's how I fixed the final jolt, is just bake all the keyframes. The Z is not even moving because I disabled that. Make sure you have the last RAM be off the timeline by 1 so there's no lag. See if that works. Let's go keyframe 201. Only lag is just the timeline trying to go back to 0. I think that's it. Pixelers, thank you very much for that assist. I appreciate it. I'm going to work a little bit more on the look. The final look. I could actually bake in the effects, like all these post effects, the glow and everything, which is really awesome. Like apply to final output. So all I would have to do is just compile everything, all the frames into one animation once it's all done. I still don't know if I like how dark this is. I kind of like it, but I kind of don't. You're used to seeing like bars of light, almost like a upside down U, horseshoe shape, whatever you want to call it. I'm used to seeing that all around corridors. This is taking me 2.5 hours. The first, half hour is promoting my website. It is actually live now. But that's kind of cool. This, you can kind of see there's that really close or too close lasers that are passing by BB-8, and you can see the reflection like right next to it. I attached that one floor to the corridor because I don't see it move. The reflection moving. I usually like to keep render times lower than 2 minutes. This is a 720p render, so I just know that when I go to 1080 it's going to be a lot. Which is fine, I can continue this tomorrow night on the live stream. After the holidays, I'm gonna have a schedule of live streaming. Hopefully. Yeah, render times can be brutal sometimes. I have 32 cores and two 1080 Ti's, but even then, I'm looking to upgrade to 2 Titans. If you can upgrade to Titan, that'd be great. If you can upgrade to RTX, that'd be even better. I heard it's a lot faster with GPU rendering. I was building a PC for a coworker of mine. I think it was a 1660, just a 1660. I don't think it was a super or anything like that. I'm not 100% sure. It was one of the lower end RTX cards, like this. sRGB is what I want. It was when it came down to like GPU rendering or like RTX stuff, it was going toe to toe with my two 1080 Ti's, like a 1600, 1660 Yeah, 1660 was going toe to toe with my two 1080 Ti's. So I would just say even a 2080 Ti is far beyond two 1080 Ti's. Yeah, for good previs. So yeah, what I think I'm gonna do is I'm going to render out a low res version of this, so like it's not even a 720p. RTX Quadro 8000s look fun. I'm not sure if I want to spend that much money. I can access to render farm. You have access to render farm? Oh shoot. Spend your money on that. Good previs. Well, even with the RTX rendering is just ray tracing. It's fake reflections in a way, fake reflections. It is faster than this Redshift rendering. 45,000 used. I was just thinking about creating my own render farm. Baking sims is still have to be able to download. Yeah. Like I have an old workstation computer that kind of crept out on me, but you couldn't keep up. I was thinking about migrating to RTX cards, whether it be this generation or like 3000. Yeah, the 3080 Ti's whenever those come out. And then migrating the 1080 Ti's to my old workstation and just have my own network render. Because Redshift does that, you can have at least one other machine full of GPUs and just pull from that. So you have two machines working on the same animation. I like this better. Just 2 minutes and 56 seconds for 720p. Yeah, that's 100%. It's not that bad, but the quality is really low. Yeah, I think I'm gonna end it here. I'm gonna do like a small render. Let's see, show you good settings. When you do unified sampling is when you do your final render. If you ever get into Cinema 4D, unified sampling, motion blur is what's really hitting me right now. I don't do any denoise because I don't worry about it. It looks better, like grainy. I'm not doing any global illumination, which is different. I don't know why I'm not doing that. Progressive rendering is this windowed rendering, real-time rendering. So what you want to look at is unified sampling, your system bucket rendering, which is how small your buckets are going to be or how big your buckets are going to be. So if I'm going to do like a test render, I want my buckets to be 256 pixels instead of 64 pixels big. 256 is a bigger pixel and my render time will be cut in half most likely. I'm not going to do any post effects. I'm going to make sure that my render the post effects. Yeah, I'll leave it. LUT wants to be applied afterwards. I want to see what it actually looks like. Wonder Woman, should I do like a Tron LUT or should I do Wonder Woman? Back to the Future is almost like an old. Back to the Future is. The colors look a little desaturated, like old film. Got this from the Triune store. See what Tron looks like. Dawn looks very saturated. Like the blue changed a lot. Lord of the Rings. I usually just like look at the blues and the reds. Guardians of the Galaxy. Oh yeah, it's orange now. Like it's an orange red. The 2080 Ti's are great for the value for rendering. The Titans are about 30% better. Quadros just give you more cross memory for seeing, but don't see much improvement of render times over the Titan. The Quadros are more reliability for like, you know, really long renders, which if I were to do like a full animated short film, I would rely on Quadros more than RTX gaming card. I would rather go for a gaming card than a Quadro, just because that saves me so much in money. Exposure, ISO. Let's see what this looks like in the final render, because the difference between the final, see the buckets are a lot bigger when I went to 256 instead of the 128, I believe. When you do the live interactive render compared to the final render, for some reason the color space changes and it's annoying. Like it's a lot brighter on the final view. It's 36 seconds to initiate. Yeah, that's good. Oh yeah. I don't even think I cut almost 3 minutes on a higher detailed render. See, the difference between the buckets is you'll see specks. Like, I don't know if you can see it or not, but if you see like all this detail right here, it basically cuts down on all that like speck detail where it looks noisy and grainy, where the light from the lasers is like emitting onto the walls. It will clean that up just a bit without noise reduction. So that's why when you like do your final render, you want to have your bucket size to be smaller. It will in turn bump up your render times, but it will look a lot smoother, as in like the fall off of the light. Bigger tiles are better for GPU. CPU smaller is better in Blender. If you use both, you have to find the middle ground, which is about 32 by 32 in most. Yeah. So you know what I'm saying. This is like a almost final render previs in a way. Your almost final animation. It looks good the way it is. Like R2D2 looks good. BB8 looks good, whereas like smaller detail, not as much, you know. And not as much detail, but since the whole back wall is like a semi-reflective, like dirty, rough texture, there's going to be a lot of light scatter that doesn't work properly. So 3 minutes, I think I might have changed something wrong to where it is the exact same. I actually like the way that looks. But I'm going to render this out. I'm going to finish the stream. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for your help, Pixel Urge. Your hint with the keyframes really helped out a lot. And I'll see you tomorrow. I'm going to live stream tomorrow night around 10 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. And like I said, I appreciate your help. I'm going to test this out, look at it in the morning, and then most likely finish it tomorrow on the live stream with maybe a Baby Yoda animation. Thanks you to your link. And I'll see you on the next one. No problem, man. Yeah, thank you for watching. Appreciate it. I will see you on the next stream. Later.